Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Sally here. Just wanted to come on and we're going to be moving on to the second part of the grimoire. I have made a start on my front page. I haven't finished it yet. I've done all the little bits that I kind of planned, the writing and the border and everything. But now I'm just going in to add little bits and pieces. So I'm doing like the star, the light from the stars at the moment. And then I'll see how that looks and see if I want to add anything else. So I'm still working on this at the moment. This is a work in progress. I did all of my scrolls. That's in a double back stitch, so where I've back stitched once and then I've gone over it again, and I did the same with the outline of the stars. And then let me just stand up so I can make sure you can see a close-up of this. This is the inside of the star I've done with seed stitch. You can see that, and I think it works really well on the red one where I've got the red fabric. Isn't that lovely? I just love how that's turned out. So that's still my work in progress at the moment, and I will be carrying on with this, and I will be updating you as and when I add more to it. But we're going to be moving on to the back page today, so I'm going to pop that, where can I pop that? I'll pop that over there. So what I've done is I'm using the same another one of these napkins, and the same one. I'm just I've just realized I've done this upside down. This is the back, but I don't think it matters too much. I've just gone and tacked it down. If you can see, I don't know if you can see the tacking stitches on the back. So I've just tacked that down, obviously the wrong way around, but you can't really tell. So, and once I've got all my sewing on, you won't be able to tell. In fact, that may be covered up this side this time. We'll see what happens. So if I just get my plan here, this is kind of my plan. So we're going to do a sigil today, which is kind of like a little emblem, and it can be anything, an emblem. It's made up of a word or a phrase. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just, while we're doing this, my emblem's going there, my sigil's going there, and then I'm going to have like, I think I'm going to have like curtains. So it kind of looks like we can close the, close the book. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But they're going to be embroidered. They're not going to actually be closable curtains, but I just thought that would look quite nice there. So that's kind of like my idea. So a sigil is, like I say, a phrase or a word. I'm going to just use one word, and you make an emblem out of it. And it's like a protection motif. I can't, my mind's gone blank and I can't remember the word I'm looking for. Kind of like an emblem. Anyway, so there's different ways that you can make your sigil. I've got, you can start with a circle. We'll start with a circle first. Now, this is quite a good thing to do, where you can draw around your tape and then draw around the inside as well. So you've got that there. I've also got things like this, so I can do that, and then I can put a smaller one in the middle of it, like so. It's like that. And then what you do is you put your alphabet round. So if you start with A, and then middle is an M, isn't it? M there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G is about halfway. Okay, so A. Space them out. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. It's not quite right because there's a bit more space out there, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like, it'll be unique to you. N, O, P, Q, T, U, V, W. Yeah, it's a bit squashed, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now my my grimoire is going to cast a spell and kind of like ask for creativity. I thought that would be a good one for me to do. So I'm going to use the word creativity. Okay, you can use anything. You can use a phrase. You can summon love or prosperity. What serenity, that would be a nice one to do. Anything that you want, just to kind of like bring something to you. So I want to bring creativity to me. So when you've got your word, you just take out any double letters. So the I and the T are repeated. So you need to take those two out. You don't need to double your letters. So we start with C, and then we're going to R, and then you want to draw a line. You can use a ruler if you want, but I think it looks better if you just do it yourself. Go to your E, and then I want to go to A. Because it's kind of like on the same side, you can do a little bit of a curve there. Then we go next T, I, go next V, back up there, and then the Y, and again you can do another curve. So that will be my sigil, and then I can trace that and pop it onto my piece. I'm just going to try a couple of other things because you can do this in different ways. So what you can also do is you can just draw out your alphabet in a block. Okay, you don't need to measure it out. Okay, so C, R, E, then we're going to A. So I'm going to do a curve on this one. I'm going to go down to T, I, V, and Y. So that will be another one. Or you can also do it like this. Okay, so need 9 squares. So C is 3, R is 9, E is 6, no it's not, it's 5, 1, T is 2, I have already done. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought now. Have I done that or not? Right, so C is 3, so you want 3, 9, got 9, 4, Y, 7. Okay, so 3, 9, 5, 1, 2, 4, 7. Sorry about that. That's quite a good one as well. I like that. So they kind of like, you can do some research, you can find your own way. There are loads and loads of different ways of doing that. So you just have to look to see which one you like the best. So I'm going to get my piece of, let's get my template first of all so I can see that one. I think that one, I like that one best. So I'm going to do this one. Yeah. I'm just going to cut it out and just see, do I need to do it bigger? Because obviously the bigger your circle, the bigger your sigil will be. So I'm just going to get rid of think it was, wasn't it? So it's going to go in the middle there like that. And then I've got my curtain. I think that's going to be perfect, to be honest. I think that's going to be great. So I'm going to grab a piece of tracing paper and trace it out. Then I've just got to do it again on the other side. Thinking, do I need to join it? The start and the finish. All right. Okay, so here. I'm going to centre it up somewhere there. And then draw it again. That's it. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go over with my friction pen. Make sure it's not going to rub off. There. And then I just need to choose a colour. Now my curtains are going to be a reddish colour with a golden trim. So I'm wanting something to kind of like look nice with that. So do I want to go green? Nope. It's quite nice. These are all the colours that I've picked out already. I'm trying to stick to. And it's working so far. What about this green here? I've got that green there as well. No, I'm having trouble deciding. Nothing's actually standing out to me. Nope. I think I'm going to go for that. I quite like that plummy colour. So I'm going to go for this. and I think it's already got 2 strands, and I did have a needle already, yes. Right, so my sigil is going to probably take some time because the stitch I'm going to use is like a satin stitch, a stacked satin stitch. It's a tongue twister, isn't it? So I am putting mine in a hoop for this. I'm just finding it a little bit easy on some of the stitches that I'm using. So I'm just going to do a little bit just to show you what I'm doing. You don't have to do this stitch, you can just do a back stitch if you want, or a double back stitch would be nice as well. But I am going to be taking my time with this and just thinking about, you know, being creative and kind of like putting my energy into this as well, and my love. And it's what it is, it's a tiny back stitch. Sorry, it's not, it's a satin stitch. And it's just one next to the other. So it takes quite a long time to do, but this is slow stitch and there's no rush. We're just taking our time and enjoying it. I'm going to go all the way round. I may actually, in fact, I think I'm going to be changing colours. So I'm going to use all of my dark reds, I think. So there'll be a subtle colour change. Yeah, that would make me happier, I think. There's going to be a subtle colour change as I'm going round. So yeah, I think that's going to make me a lot happier with this. So I'm not, as I say, I'm not going to do too much of this because I'm going to do it off camera, just because it's going to take a lot of time and I want to sit and concentrate on it and take my time. So that's that. And then what else I'm doing is, let me just put that down a moment. In fact, I'm just going to unthread that needle just so that I haven't got a needle to stab me. Then what else I'm going to do is make some curtains around it. So I'm just going to draw the curtains. I'm not going to actually make any curtains. So we're going to stop approximately about here, and I'm just going to do a swoop down here. Might be a little bit more. It's not the easiest thing to draw on this, isn't it? And then down like that. I don't think that's central. Like there. And again, this side to about there. And down there. So these are going to be my curtains. And I'm going to be putting, as I say, I'm going to be doing some either seed stitch or running stitch. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I'm going to see how it looks. I'm thinking possibly seed stitch, which is going to take a while, but and then I'm going to also use a gold to make my tassels, so, or the fringing, I suppose it is. So I'm going to be doing some straight stitching down there. But what I'm also going to be doing is the fabrics that I picked out, which I'm just going to try and grab if I can find them. Where did I put the fabrics? The fabrics have taken a walk. I had a whole bunch of fabrics, didn't I? Right, okay, I found them, sorry, I found them. There we go, they were mixed in with another batch. Okay, so I'm going to just look and see what I've got, and I'm going to go for kind of reds. So although this is a toile, I just love this little bit here, so I'm just going to take a snippet. I'm going to have patches, so it's going to be quite like, you know, like and can you think of like an old dusty theatre with those the curtains for the stage, and they're all kind of like a little bit moth hole. That's kind of what I'm looking for. That kind of effect. So just something. We're going to stay mainly with the reds. Just these old faded reds and little patches everywhere. Got this one here as well. Got a little bit of patchwork there. I might be able to take a little snippet of. It's like an old French fabric. Tummy's rumbling. I've just gone and lost one, haven't I? I've gone and scooped it up with, there you go, scooped it up with another one. So yeah, just little patches. I'm not sure whether I'm going to, what I might do is, just to make them a little bit tinier and obviously a little bit fiddlier, I might just turn them over and stitch them on like that. So it kind of looks like somebody's been in and kind of like repaired it already, and they've got a little patch on it there. Yeah, that's kind of the effect I'm going for. Was there, kind of like that. Then do another one. Just kind of finger pressing them at the moment to turn them in. Moth-eaten curtains. Let's just take that off. There, kind of like that. So I'll probably put a couple more pieces down here as well, another one maybe up here, and do that. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment, and I think I'm going to leave it there for now, and I will come back in a couple of days and show you a bit more of my progress, and then towards the middle of next week we will be going on to the next prompt as well. So it is quite a fast moving project, this is, but I'm not expecting to finish mine, you know, keep up with the prompts. There will be a little bit of work in progress at all times, I should think. So that's that. Please let me know how you're getting on if you're joining in. I'd love to see your pictures. Lisa, hi Lisa, she's already popped hers onto the Facebook page, which is absolutely brilliant. Hers is beautiful, and everyone's is different as well, so even though we're getting the same prompts, everybody's work is completely different and unique to you as well, so which is the great thing about this kind of project. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. So in the meantime, take care. Okay, bye bye.